All right. 3, 2, 1. Flawless. Trey,
Flawless victory.
you started just a second too late.
What do you mean I started too late? You just didn't go.
No, no, I did go.
No.
No, 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 no. There's. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to the
Kyle had to
welcome
scuff it up.
welcome back to the Kyle Does All the Work podcast. All right, Trey, introduce
But
yourself.
I started the call or the recording or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, anyway, that's Kyle. I am Groot. Let's get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. We got a pretty packed show today because we got the finale of a big series, a major picture that we've both seen, and the Oscars. Which
Dude, we got a lot of stuff. We
and
missed
not
a
just the
couple weeks.
Oscars, the worst Oscars yet.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
Did you watch the Oscars?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get into it later. But God, we got a lot of stuff because we missed a couple. We missed a few weeks.
Yeah. Did you make a news list before we started?
I did.
All right. Let's go down the list.
Because I actually came prepared, Kyle, and
Okay,
didn't
you
mess
know
up
what,
the
Trey?
intro.
Okay, you know what, Trey? I don't need your sass right now.
Well, that's too bad because I'm giving it to you.
You're a piece of work.
Sure.
All right, what's first on the list?
You want to talk about that Shang-Chi trailer?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That did happen.
Yeah, that was okay. Just general thoughts. That was really good.
Yeah, gotta say, looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited.
It, like I've said before, I like it when Marvel experiments. I like it when they don't just do what's expected of them. So like I said earlier, like Marvel is just like being like, okay, we're gonna take all these different genres, and we're gonna throw them at the wall, and they're all
And
gonna stick. We're gonna make them
and
stick.
and I mean, Enter the Dragon style kung fu movie with Marvel style. I'm pretty excited.
And this actually looks to be more of a self-contained movie, which I am super excited for. I don't think
Yeah.
everything needs to be connected to everything, so I'm glad
Well,
we.
except the fact the Mandarin's in this movie.
Yeah, but I feel okay. It's in an interconnected universe. You have to have some connection, but I like that it's a pretty small connection in the grand scheme of things. It's a pretty
Yeah.
self-contained movie.
I mean, like the action looks pretty sweet. Like there's like a cool one you know shot double kick thing that looks pretty sweet. Like, listen, this movie's action looks pretty dope. Also, speaking of cool action. Anytime I introduce myself now, I'm gonna do the cool stance that he does.
Yeah,
Where
you've.
Aquafina's like,
I've already.
"Who are you?" And he just goes,
There's
"Badass."
there's one shot where he like jumps 50 feet in the air, and I just want to see how that shot ends. Does he fall and break his kneecaps?
I don't know, but like when what's his name? When he gets a knife fight with that guy, and the knife flies through and just catches it. That like, yes.
This whole trailer was pretty cool and had a pretty similar plot to Coming to America.
Okay, I no.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
oh
how
my God.
how so? Explain to me
You
how
must
this
go
movie looks like Coming to America.
you must go to America to live your life. And he finds a love interest while he's there. And then his father calls him back, but he doesn't want to come back.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. In Coming to America, Eddie Murphy just went there without his father's permission. His father
No, his
said,
father
"Okay,
didn't want that.
go live your life for 10 years. You can come back, but I'm gonna force you to come back because I know you're not gonna want to. We're gonna send this guy who might be Iron Fist to come get you."
No, he's definitely not Iron Fist.
But like, what if he is though?
Wait a minute. What if
Yeah,
he is though?
think about this.
I
We
don't
got
think
a
he is.
man in a mask. If we're supposed to figure out who is this
Well,
guy, it's
I
either
saw some
his
people on Twitter.
sister.
I saw some people on Twitter today saying that the Marvel Netflix shows are officially canon now.
Well, listen, they always were canon,
But now
but
like Marvel's like acknowledging them.
But now Feige's gonna like drop hints and like in No Way Home they're gonna be like, oh by the way, we should go get that blind lawyer in Hell's Kitchen. I'll be like, yeah.
Have it be like the end. Never mind, I can't make that joke yet. I'm pretty sure you know the joke I was about to make.
Oh, I do.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right. What else? What else? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Shang-Chi. Yeah,
Shang-Chi, Kyle.
This just looks like a very solid movie. Like, yeah, I'm excited.
I mean, listen, like you said, we love it when the MCU likes to experiment a little bit, and now we know with movies like Eternals and Shang-Chi coming out, like, the MCU seems to be expanding more, even though with the MCU already being a large universe, we're still expanding it. And that's nice.
Yeah, definitely. Any other thoughts on the trailer?
It looked damn good, and Victor Drago's in it, so I'm happy.
Fair. Oh, he's in it. Oh yeah,
cool. Nice hand.
What's next on the list?
We'll go with casting news because we got a little bit of that. Matt Nicholson's gonna be in Indiana Jones 5.
Oh yeah. Yes. All right, he's probably going to play someone evil, and he's probably going to wear a suit.
A very Matt Nicholson type.
Speaking of Matt Nicholson, in a way to utterly derail this conversation, did you hear the interview he said where he said he auditioned for Mr. Fantastic and felt embarrassed?
Listen, if Matt Nicholson was in the audition for Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic was not the character he should have auditioned for. He should have auditioned for Doctor Doom because he would have gotten it.
And it makes me really sad that he's not going to be Doctor Doom because he was already in the.
Because Doctor Strange decided to be like, you know what? Let's make Hannibal Lecter a generic villain. That's a great idea.
He can be, and I'm pretty sure they went into words with friends and just scrambled the words. Caecilius. Yeah. Let's get one of the greatest modern day actors to play Caecilius. It is the word silly in the name. Man, he would have been so great as Dr. Doom.
He would have been.
Maybe we can get Lars Mikkelsen.
Yeah. But he's probably going to be too busy playing live action Thrawn, right, Lucasfilm?
I mean, Thrawn and Doom are pretty similar characters.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it, but like, I just need to make sure Lucasfilm has Lars Mikkelsen locked as live action Thrawn.
Fair point. Oh yeah, back to the casting news. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not particularly excited for Indiana Jones 5, but this definitely got me a bit more excited.
I mean, we have a good director. I forgot his name, but he made Logan, so he has a good director. But again, I love the ending to Last Crusade with him it's so simple, him just riding off into the sunset on a horse. It's so simple and beautiful. And we got King of Crystal Skull, and now we're getting this.
Are you 100% it's going to be Ford?
Well, I mean, it's every new casting that I've seen, it says alongside Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure. And also on this Investor Day, Kathleen Kennedy did say Harrison would come back for Indy's last ride.
Okay, you said that the last two rides.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really excited for this movie. Like, it seems like a cash grab.
Well, of course it is. It's Disney and they're bringing back an original property. Just put some heart in it, man. Put some it's James Mangold. That's who's directing this. Put some James Mangold heart in there.
I guess. I would have preferred a reboot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Indiana Jones is one of those things where, like, I'm not gonna be mad if it's a reboot because they're gonna have a new story with a new character. Like, Indiana Jones could very much be a James Bond kind of character, but they decided to just, keep Harrison Ford around to do a lot of
I think it's a little too late to James Bond it.
It's very much too late, but, like, they could have done it. They could have done it.
It would have been a fun James Bond, but also James Bond, I don't really think you can make that like a genre. Like, where you get a new actor just to play the same character over and over again.
I mean, it's very, like,
because you'll immediately draw comparisons to James Bond.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would have been fine for like a 24 movie saga with different actors, going on different adventures, playing Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome. That would have been like sick as hell. But it's too late now, and if
It's
people
too
would have,
late now,
and
because
do you know how many people would have made just a Western James Bond jokes had that happened? We would
yeah,
probably be making those jokes.
yeah, but I wouldn't care if they made good movies.
Fair point. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's up? What's up next on the docket?
For more casting news, we got a lot of well, not a lot. We got two. We got Russell Crowe as Zeus for Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, that's great. Not
Yeah,
much more to
which
say there. Pretty good.
I mean, we got a little bit to talk about that because now people are immediately jumping the gun to Henry Cavill as Hercules.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's not too bad, but like
That's also
I don't
just
need to
really
draw
funny.
I don't need to draw Man of Steel comparisons immediately, but
No, I do.
listen, I've seen Henry Cavill be the stubborn asshole in movies, so I could definitely see him as a Marvel Hercules.
Yeah, I think that would be really funny. Plus, it's like legitimately good casting.
Hmm.
Mhm. Plus, I just think the inclusion of Zeus in Love and Thunder is it's just really cool that they're gonna do like intermingling with the gods.
Yeah, man, it gives Gore more. It gives Christian Bale more gods to kill.
Oh yeah, Gort. Ooh, what if he? Ooh, what if that's like? What if like that's like his first thing we see him do in this movie, like
Just
killing?
axe Zeus. I mean, that's a good way to open your movie.
Ooh, you could even draw a Steppenwolf comparison. He did what Steppenwolf couldn't.
And now here's how the movie's gonna play out. It's gonna open with Gore just slaying down gods, and we're gonna cut to Thor, and he's like, "Listen, Star Lord, I gotta get fit, man." We can see a Rocky style training montage with Thor.
Every
It's gonna
time
be
we bring up Love
amazing.
and Thunder, you say this exact same
I
thing.
say it so Taika can just hear my voice and say, "Taika, that better be in the script, man."
You
It,
know it is.
I
It's
know,
like
but like I just
it's like saying, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds, Ralph Boner better be in the Deadpool 3 script." You know it is. Like there's no like contention there.
fair enough.
All right. You said there's two casting news, right? I only
Yeah, we got
news.
one more. We got Amelia Clark in Secret Invasion.
Oh
Who's she
right.
playing?
Um, I've seen most people saying that she's gonna be Veronke, the Skrull Queen, which yeah, probably. But I want her to play Spider Woman.
Yeah.
Spider Woman's a pretty big player in the original Secret Invasion comic, but so I can definitely see like why they would bring it. Granted, I've always said my first choice for Spider Woman was Daisy Ridley, but I would not be mad at Amelia Clark.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think it would be a good time to introduce her because she is such a big player in that part, in that that story. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Hmm. You have any thoughts on that?
Not really, because just like we got a lot of like cool castings. For this we got Oscar winners for this show. Like this show, it's pick it up a little bit. Especially since it's Secret Invasion, which is a very big Marvel you
And
know comic events, and
have
now
you
it's
read
just gonna
Secret?
be in a TV show.
Have you
I
read
have
Secret
not.
Invasion? I read it last year.
No,
I did not like it actually.
I heard. Yeah, I heard it was. I heard. I every time I've heard people bring up Secret Invasion, I've heard they don't like it.
I
But
like I like the concept of like, oh, everyone in the Marvel universe has been replaced, but it's really boring and has really bad pacing. Because like
mm,
we learn about it and then immediately it's like, oh, okay, there's this faction and and everything's just thrown at you at once, and then the story just kind of meanders for the rest of it.
yeah. I know, because like here's my thing with your vision. Are we gonna have like scrolls as Marvel characters? That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, they kind of have to, right?
Yeah, but like who could be a scroll?
Well, let's go down the list of names. Who isn't starring in anything? Like something because I feel like if they're starring in their actually wait no I don't even want to say that Marvel's been getting pretty ballsy lately. They might.
Yeah, but there's one character that I think makes a little too much sense. But here, you went. Hang on, my brother's calling me. I'll call you back.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I have to filibuster for. All right. Are we good?
I think so.
Okay. Trey's a fool and didn't realize he was the one recording the call.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm sorry. My brother called me, and I needed to talk to him.
All right. So who do you think it makes a little too much sense?
Thor. Because
Mm.
Because think about this: between Age of Ultron and Ragnarok, we have a lot of time. We have a full 2 years that we haven't seen Thor. A lot could have happened, and he goes through a little bit. Now, I do just think this was Taika's writing, but he goes through a little bit of a character flip in between Age of Ultron and Thor Ragnarok.
True, but what are they
But there's
gonna
no way.
do with Thor after this? If that's true.
Yeah, I don't think there's a chance, was because people have liked the new Thor a lot. So it makes sense for him to be a Skrull, but he's definitely not going to be a Skrull.
Is this show before or after Armor Wars?
I think it's before.
Okay, if it's before, then probably not Rhodey.
No.
If it's after, then definitely Rhodey. Because here's the thing: any character that you reveal to be a Skrull, unless they have been a Skrull for a really short amount of time, it kind of ruins any upcoming projects or projects that came before with the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got to keep in mind the slate.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm curious how they handle it because, like, I don't think we're gonna get as crazy as every Marvel character could be a Skrull, because this is a TV show. This isn't a movie with
No, Spidey has said before that he's putting as much stake universe-wise in the shows as in the movies. So it's very possible that he has something universe-changing in the shows.
I do believe this will be universe changing, but I don't think this will be like Avengers Endgame universe changing. I feel like Spidey would like to say.
I think at least one extremely major character is going to be a Skrull.
Black Widow, nah.
No, she's dead.
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
But he's getting his own show.
Yeah. And he's probably going to die in it.
Yeah. He'd probably, yeah.
Maybe Spider-Man?
I don't think so.
I think it's a possibility.
Because, like, I would like to see a little bit of, like, we see where the Skrull could be in there. I just don't see Peter Parker having a chance to be, especially if No Way Home is going to be as insane as they're making it out to be.
Do you think they're going to use this to retcon things people didn't like?
I hope not.
Because if
listen,
they go ahead.
Like Marvel, like I don't want to see them retconning things. Like that's something that nobody likes to see. So I think if Marvel just you have a very good universe going, Marvel. We don't need to retcon things.
Well, I feel like Secret Invasion is a way to do that well. Like, oh, people didn't like this change that happened in this person's character. They were a Skrull. Like Smart Hulk. A lot of people don't like Smart Hulk. Because also think he kind of falls into the parameters you said earlier. During the 5 years like between Infinity War and Endgame, he said that he shut himself off from society to become Smart Hulk. What if he just got kidnapped?
Yeah, but here's my thing too. I actually like Smart Hulk a little bit. I like even though I don't like that he becomes Smart Hulk off screen. I like Hulk in Endgame because of his reaction to Black Widow and for him bringing back people when he's saying he was made for this. Like in Avengers, where Tony said that much generation should have killed you, and Banner was like, "So you're saying the Hulk saved my life? Saved it for what?" And then we see Hulk in Endgame like, "I was made for this," kind of calling back to the moment.
This is the issue here. Every single character we mention will have a moment like that. We're like, what about this? But then this didn't happen. What about this? But then this didn't happen. Like, the MCU is too interwoven for something like this, which is why I'm worried for this series.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I know who could totally be a Skrull.
Who?
But I don't think I think we want to maybe save it for Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, no. Probably. Here's the thing. I know who you're talking about, but I really like that character flip. and I
Yeah,
don't
but
want.
like, it makes so much sense though when you think about it.
Yeah, but this character went from being so boring and bland to super cool and interesting, and I don't want to go back to boring bland.
Here, no, we'll talk more about it when we get the Falcon Winter Soldier because the deal with the
If you
identity
see
power broker.
you know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah, but like, it makes so much sense now that it's coming in my mind now.
Who? Okay, what MCU character has no projects coming up, has been around for at least a few years, and is big enough to cause a ruckus?
Ross.
Oh, I think that's actually a pretty good bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good work. U.S. Agent has been
Or heck,
enough for
I
anyone to.
don't. I don't think U.S. Agent's a scroll. That doesn't seem like fit to me. I
Yeah,
think Madam Hydra might be a scroll, but we'll talk more about Madam Hydra in a little bit.
yeah, but I don't think so.
Because now I'm going through my mind like who would a scroll want to be, and I'm immediately thinking of
Maybe
government and arms dealer kind of people.
maybe Captain Marvel. People just don't.
Maybe like
People just don't like her character, and she doesn't have a project till Phase 5.
yeah, like I could see maybe not Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel, but maybe Captain Marvel in Endgame. I could see her being a scroll.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying after the 5-year time skip, somewhere in between the time skip where no one was around her, that's when it happened.
Yeah, that's like not too
I'd say
far
that's
out there.
probably the safest bet.
Yeah.
Maybe Rocket?
Eh,
He's part of an ensemble. So if you take him out, it would suck because he's like the most popular one, but it would still make sense because he was around in the 5 years. I'm guessing this happened during the 5-year time skip.
Yeah, which I also could see because people don't really like Rocket in any game because he was a little mean to Thor when Thor was going through some shit.
I liked Rocket in again.
I understood Rocket in Endgame and I liked him a little bit, but I would understand to the point where he's like, "Listen, we got to do this thing, and it's secretly a part of the evil Skrulls master plan."
I just don't like it when characters are mad at characters for being in character. Like Rocket is a dick. That is his character.
Yeah,
Like you can't be mad at that because that's the way he's been set up. You
like
cannot.
listen, I wholeheartedly believe Rocket would slap Thor if Thor's having a mental breakdown because he wanted to get his family back. I believe Rocket Raccoon would do that.
Is there any character that's been acting super out of character lately?
I don't know, because like a lot of it could be besides people who came back from the snap. A lot of it could be shown to be a lot happened in 5 years kind of thing,
Yeah.
but we don't know.
Oh, Iron Fist. If the Netflix characters are canon, I'm betting one of the Defenders is going to be a Skrull, and no one likes Iron Fist.
Facts.
Even though in the comics he's my favorite Defender, but for the purposes of this in the MCU, no one likes him because they didn't really care. I'm ranting, but point is, I feel like that would work pretty well. All right, we went a bit off the rails with the Skrull talk.
Yeah, I didn't think the Secret Invasion talk would take a while.
Because here's the thing, like no one's been talking about Secret Invasion
now we just brought up a very big suspect, and no one's talking about it after Falcon Winter Soldier.
The thing is that when Captain Marvel was coming out, everyone was like, "Who's a Skrull? Who's a Skrull?" And then they revealed the
Captain Marvel came out, and we found out the Skrulls were good guys.
Yeah, and now that it's being kind of revealed that there are bad Skrulls, no one's talking about who's it going to be.
Yeah.
What if dead character? No, that'd be way too obvious. I was gonna say like Vision.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because if Vision turned out to be a Skrull, then that's just really confusing. Like, how did Thanos get the Mind Stone? Was Vision a Skrull in WandaVision?
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't make the characters who are Skrulls too powerful. No, I don't want to say that because Super Skrulls.
Super Skrull is pretty powerful.
The thing is with Super Skrulls, I wanted to make it a power that they can feasibly replicate. They can't really replicate like Wanda's reality bending, but they probably can like replicate just laser blasts with Captain Marvel.
Or like Captain Marvel can. Yeah.
So yeah, All right. Okay. Done for Secret Invasion. Talk for real this time. What's next on the list?
Okay, here. This is kind of casting, but Keaton officially said he's gonna. Well, he didn't say it, but he's coming back for Flash as
Yeah,
Batman.
his talent agency said it, so he is.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just say,
Listen, I understand you wanted Thomas Wayne, but I was never on the table.
it's not even the Thomas Wayne thing for me. The thing for me is it just feels like, okay, yes, it is the Thomas Wayne thing, but like it feels, this just doesn't feel inspired, I guess.
Like, listen, I'm not gonna pass judgment too much until I've seen the movie. But if we're gonna get Keaton back, and Keaton's Batman will finally, after over 30 years, to have character development for Keaton's Batman, I'm all for it.
Also, think about this: if Flashpoint's gonna go the way we think it is that going to just mean, that universe was just created for this movie and it gets destroyed? Does that imply that the Flash created the Keaton universe?
I mean, I don't know, because like, I don't think he's gonna make Flashpoint because this movie is not called Flashpoint. I think this will be more, universe hopping kind of thing, or maybe he'll combine universes.
Oh, you're right. I never even thought of that. This
Because,
movie.
like, listen, I could imagine, because since Ezra Miller was in Crisis, that the CW Crisis event could have an effect on how the Flash movie could go.
I really want it to be at least mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Thomas Wayne. Do you think we're gonna get Burtonized versions of other DC heroes?
Like, my mindset for how they're probably going to play Keaton's Batman, and if this is how they're going to play it, I won't like it. If they do the whole Robin died, he was retired, Dark Knight Returns kind of thing, I don't think I'm going to like it as much because we just saw that with BVS, and even though that was
That's how they do every Batman.
That's how we do every old grizzled Batman now, which is annoying because
Mm-hmm.
dive deep a little bit.
I know you just said you don't like that, but did you see my pitch on Twitter for a Dark Knight Returns movie?
No.
Make it like a live action, super faithful Dark Knight Returns movie, but cast George Clooney and never actually say whether it's connected to Batman and Robin or not. But like, have it be super faithful, super dark. Like, have it be super faithful, but George Clooney is the lead, and never explicitly say it's connected to Batman and Robin.
I mean, listen, I think George Clooney could have played a good Batman, but I do not think George Clooney would come back to play Batman.
No, obviously not. He hated being Batman.
It's not just that, but he's apologized way too much to come back to Batman.
Still, I feel like this would be a fun way. That'd be like a really fun way to continue it.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, Flashpoint. How do you think they're gonna go about this new universe? Like, do you think they're gonna try and portray it as like, oh, this universe sucks?
I mean, I'd imagine they're gonna bring in Keaton's Batman to do something, because we're also gonna have Affleck's movie, which I've seen some people on Twitter be like, dude, if Affleck dies in Flashpoint, we write. I'm like, guys, he's gonna die in Flashpoint. I'm sorry, but he's going to.
Ben Affleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore. Of course he's gonna die.
Guys, I understand you guys want him to be Batman, but he doesn't want to, and if his mental health suggests, he shouldn't be Batman.
I don't think they're gonna kill him. I think Flash is just gonna come back and he looks different. Like maybe like John Hamm is playing him now, because that was who was going to play him before him, BVS. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just would be his like phase out.
Yeah, but like Flashpoint can't be too. Well, the Flash can't be too insane because Shazam's gonna come out 6 months after this movie. So
yeah, and we'll have graduated high school.
We sure will.
I can't not think about that every time we talk about Shazam 2.
Imagine how old these kids are gonna be. Like, we saw Shazam in 8th grade, and we're gonna graduate high school when we see Shazam 2.
Don't even say that. Oh my god, that's weird. All right. Anyway. Okay. Flash. I got
nothing else.
Are you excited for this movie?
I want to see some footage in a trailer before I can say I'm excited, but I'm definitely intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Andy Muschietti is a generally good director, and I feel like if Warner Bros. Isn't going to be like, you have to put this in this movie or else, then if they let him make a good movie, I'll be excited. But if they're going to, puppet master him, then I'm not going to be okay.
Yeah. My only issue here is I just feel deprived of a good Flashpoint story. Like, I just don't see any way where you could do Michael Keaton Batman better than Flashpoint Batman. Like, yeah, it could be good, but I just don't see a story where that is better. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't see it being better.
It's just also another main issue I have, which I don't really know what I'm going to say here. But it's kind of weird that Flash's first theatrical release movie is going to be a multiverse thing, even because like I never wanted to see Jordan's story. I've seen the Flash TV show. I know his origin. I know all I need to know.
Well,
but it's kind of I would have liked to see something that wasn't multiversal exploration.
Well, that's because multiverses and time travel are the cool thing in comics right now. Like, that's the current fad.
And also, DC needs a retcon, so I guess they just thought, "Ooh, Flash, we can do something there."
Because like I feel like every other superhero movie now is like has to be like a multiverse movie, and like it's cool, but like you don't have to do it for every movie.
Yeah, like at some point it's gonna become uncool, you know.
Yeah, the fad will
Like,
die.
listen, I feel like after we see Multiverse of Madness and No Way Home, we will know a lot of things on how Marvel's gonna do their multiverse thing. DC, I feel like they're gonna dive a lot into this multiverse thing with them saying the Batman's gonna be Earth 2 and however they're gonna do Earth 1 and Earth Prime's the CW universe.
Do you want the Batman to cross over with the other movies?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I just don't think that would fit. Can you just imagine like this version of Batman beating up thugs on a dark, rainy street, and then a bright purple portal opens up in front of him, and then Our Man walks in?
Why?
The viewers don't know this, but over the past few weeks, this is this inside joke with me and Trey. Every time I greet him, I go, "Hi Trey, has Our Man been canceled yet?" Because as the viewers might know, there is currently an Our Man movie slated for release.
That's not gonna happen.
I also want to remind the viewers, Martian Manhunter has jack shit right now. And there's also not a Superman movie either. But
Superman Lois is pretty good. Superman Lois is pretty good.
Trey, we are not talking about that. We're talking about Our Man, everyone's favorite superhero.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Batman. I want the Batman to exist, so we have Batman. So the DCEU can just forget about Batman for a little bit. Listen, I love Batman, but I also love DC Comics and I love DC heroes. And we've gotten a lot of Batman. And if I just want Matt Reeves to do whatever universe he wants to do with his trilogy and these spin-off TV shows, that's gonna be Batman for a little while. We can still have Batman for a little bit, but if they're gonna make like the old leak suggests this, Michael Keaton as like a Nick Fury kind of role in the DCEU, I am 100% okay with that. Because it means he's going to just be a mentor role, and that's okay. I don't need to see a Michael Keaton Batman movie unless Batman Beyond. I'll watch that. I'll watch the hell out of that. Yeah. But let's explore new ideas in the DC universe, please, and not just be like, ooh, Batman, ooh, more Batman.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, that Michael Keaton being Batman in this movie means we're probably not going to get a Keaton Batman Beyond thing, which really disappoints me because I feel like Tim Burton directed Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton. That would have been the bee's knees, man.
I don't know about Tim Burton directing, but I would have liked to see a Keaton Batman Beyond movie.
I think Tim Burton would do a really cool take on Batman Beyond. Maybe not exact.
I could imagine him doing a weird Joker clone saga thing with that, but at the same time, I feel like Burton's gone off the rails a little bit, diving too much into his style that, like, at this point, it fits Batman well, but a futuristic neo-noir look, I don't really see how Burton's style is going to fit with that.
I think it would be something new, and I think him doing like a futuristic bright thing, other than his usual gothic kind of everything. He's never made a full horror movie, to my knowledge, but everything is like borderline horror. But I want to see him try something new, because he's kind of the thing you complained about with Brad Pitt. He's always been playing Brad Pitt, so I want to see Burton.
Listen, I never said Brad Pitt. It's always been Brad Pitt. I said he won an Oscar because he played Brad Pitt. I've seen Brad Pitt play some complex, good characters. I'm just saying he should not have won an Oscar for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, tomato. The thing, the thing is, I just want Burton to take on a new challenge, other than just, oh, it's black and white and there's mist everywhere and Johnny Depp is sad. Because that is every Burton movie.
Except the Batman ones, because Johnny Depp wasn't in them.
I feel like if he kept making those movies, he would have shown up eventually.
Yeah, he would have been Joker's son or something.
No, he would have been the Riddler, and Helena Bonham Carter would have been the Riddler's female sidekick that he had for like 5 seconds.
Oh my god.
Do you remember what her name was?
No.
I think it was Enigma.
I remember reading that Robin Williams almost played the Riddler for Burton's movie, for Burton's Batman Continues,
you know what?
Which was what it's going to be called.
That would have been rad.
That would have been rad.
Yeah. All right. What now?
Blackhawk is surprisingly still in development.
Yeah, we got like official confirmation that's still going on.
Yeah, the screenwriter put like the first page of it, like the title page of the script on his Instagram, which Steven Spielberg's still making a DC movie that's been development hell for like what 4 years?
No, it hasn't been that long. This movie got announced like last year.
No, I got announced in like 2016, 2018.
No.
It's gotta be.
No,
listen. I swear I thought this movie was gonna be canceled because it was a plane in the Snyder Cut. I swear I thought that.
Okay, that's funny.
That is funny.
I just think you're thinking of the millions of other DC movies that are in development hell.
Yeah.
Because there was like 20.
There's a lot.
Like that's not even an exaggeration. There was 20.
At least we finally cleared them out a little bit with New Gods and Trench. You know, New Gods being canceled was the stupidest reason I've ever heard, and there is definitely a different reason behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with Trench being canceled. We already talked about this last time, but like, I just want to reiterate, I have not lost any sleep over Trench being canceled.
The New Gods, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, no, I stay awake at night thinking about what it could have been with that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been DC's Eternals, man. Okay, don't want to dwell on it. What were we talking about?
Blackhawk. Well, I'm interested to see Spielberg tackle a superhero character, and Blackhawk, that's an interesting choice, because I know he picked it. There's no way DC said, Spielberg, you have to do this. No, Spielberg chose and said, no, DC, I am picking this character to do a movie off. And they're like, okay, as long as you're doing a DC movie.
Yeah. Plus, one of the pilots in Wonder Woman is a part of Blackhawk in the comics, so there's possibility they could tie this into the greater DC universe.
They could.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, seeing Spielberg tackle a pretty small DC property is going to be pretty neat.
Yeah, and like you said, Martian Manhunter is still out here getting jacked.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter's still getting jacked. Superman's getting nothing except a pretty alright TV show.
No, it's not alright. It's godlike.
I've only seen the first episode, but it looks good.
Well, the first 5 episodes are on HBO Max. Kyle, get you watching.
I should probably watch it.
You should.
I am on a podcast about superheroes. I probably should be watching it.
You should. It's the best Superman content we've seen in a ridiculous amount of time.
Fair point. I do love me some Superman.
And Justice ruined Superman for a little while. Like, listen.
Here's the thing. Injustice is probably my favorite DC thing. I really love Injustice. But yeah, Superman as a character would be way more well off had Injustice never come
and listen, I don't blame anybody from the Injustice. I don't blame that boot. I don't remember because they made a really good guy Superman in the first Injustice game, and they wanted to pair him with the evil Superman. But for some reason, people like the evil Superman a lot more, and now we got a little bit more of that. I'm not saying the Superman we're getting nowadays is completely evil. I'm just saying they shared a lot of similarities.
Because when people look at Superman, they're like, oh my god, he's powerful. What if someone powerful was evil? Oh my god.
And for some odd reason, that's the only way some of these writers and directors could see Superman as being interesting. But now the CW said, you know what? We know how to make Superman right. and they're doing it so far.
Superman has the same appeal as Captain America. His ideology is so strong, and he is such a genuine, nice person. Not facading. He looks like a benevolent, powerful person, but he's really a chill dude who just wants the best for everyone and wants to do good. That is an compelling as hell character. I do not want to see him be evil for every story. Yes, it's interesting to explore once because the reason Injustice is so interesting is because that's so far from what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Rant over.
I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's that hard for some of these guys to understand.
Yeah, we are two high school kids filming a podcast in our respective bedrooms on our phones, and they're paid writers who write Superman movies, and they still don't get it.
No, but CW is doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, good work, you guys. Gold star.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Alfred Miller has said some wacky shite about No Way Home.
Yeah, he's pretty much just been like, you know what, NDA be damned, I want to talk about it.
He's like, Tom was taking a sigh of relief, like, I thought I was gonna have to say something. I'm good, guys.
Which, I mean, if anything, this is like the official confirmation that this is multiverse. There is no possible way that it is not now. And
unless Howard Mead is screwing with us, which could very much be, because he's like, you know what, Marvel fans, we're gonna have a little fun. But the stuff he said, I don't like it.
Yeah, he said that the movie picks up right from where he left off in Spider-Man 2. Homie, he got thrown into a sun. Where is he gonna leave off? A pile of ash?
Are they gonna do some multiverse thing where it's like, listen, if you're gonna listen, I now understand the Raimi Boy hatred of having some of these guys in these movies, because Alfred, I don't love August Spider-Man 2, but I think he's perfect for that version of Dr. Octopus in that movie, and he had a good redemption arc at the end of it. But turning him into a good guy in No Way Home, that's a no for me, dog.
Wait, you don't want him to be a good guy in No Way Home?
No, I do want him to be a good guy. I don't want him to be a snap bad guy.
Here's what I want. This is the only way I'll accept this happening. I want an interdimensional Kraven the Hunter creating an interdimensional Sinister Six and forcing them to become the Sinister Six against their will. All of them except Ock would probably comply. I think that is the only way you can make this work.
That's actually probably that's literally yeah, you're right. That's the only way that they could do that without it being ridiculous.
Because even if he was going to be a good guy, Mans is dead. Like, literally dead. DEAD, dead. Like, I don't know how else you could interpret that movie as maybe he swam away. Maybe the arm saved him. But even if the arm, where was he in Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that we're going to see a clip of him, just, the shot of him in Spider-Man 2, just, slowly floating down to the sun, but we're going to have a new shot of interdimensional Kraven opening a portal and, bringing him through and be like, I saved you, and now I'm going to force you to fight Spider-Man.
The thing is, what would this Kraven want? What would be the motivations of this Kraven?
The ultimate hunt. He might see Tom Holland's Parker as the best Spider-Man of the entire multiverse and want to take him down.
Okay, 1, bullshit. 2, you think he's gonna maybe come from a universe where he did kill Spider-Man and got so mad with power, like, oh, I killed this one, I can kill them all.
That might be it.
Oh, hi, Sophie. Sophie joined call.
Hey, I just joined.
Yeah, hey.
I'm just gonna let y'all finish your conversation.
We're talking about No Way Home right now.
Okay, I don't know enough about Marvel characters, so...
Here's the thing. I don't want this... This movie had such a good plot before the multiverse was brought in. Peter Parker beat the run, introduced Daredevil as his lawyer, have Kraven the Hunter hunting him down. That is a perfect Spider-Man story laid out in front of you. And you just decided, no, let's just do multiverse.
Which, listen, I rewatched Far From Home today, and, gotta say, the movie was a lot better than I remembered. a lot better than I remembered. And it just made me wanting more from a Tom Holland solo led movie, but
Mm-hmm.
now multiverse.
The thing is, the city being turned against Spider-Man is something that happens in Spider-Man comics a lot, and it's pretty much a staple of Spider-Man. So I just don't know why they had this Spider-Man staple that hasn't been done in the movies yet laid out in front of them, and they just decided to throw it away in favor of something else.
Kyle.
What?
Kyle.
I
You
tried.
know why.
Money.
You know why.
Money.
Yes.
You know the name of you know the name of the man that wanted this to happen, who told Sony this needed to
The
happen.
podcast's best friend, Avi Arad.
Avi Arad, who for a split second we thought was fired,
Yeah.
but then
There was a rumor that he got fired, and then it was fake. Biggest disappointment. Because if he got fired, that would have been.
there would have been peace across the galaxy.
Do you see the happiness you can hear in my voice from the prospect of him being fired? I'm beaming from ear to ear right now. But he's not. He was not fired.
No. Because even with all his faults, he makes Sony too much money.
Yep. Just go work for Illumination. Avi Arad would kill it there.
Yeah, just, dude. Avi could bring back Blue Sky on his own. Like, come on.
Yeah. All right. That's all I gotta say on that.
That's
No
all
Way
I-
Home. I'm excited. Cautiously.
Please don't suck.
Please, God, don't suck. What do you-
Okay.
what do you
I have
guys
something
think
to
is good?
say, but it's not about Spider-Man.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
So, Superman and Lois fans, they just put the show on HBO Max, the
Yeah.
first 5 episodes. But the thing is, they're going to take those 5 episodes off on May 17th. Then episodes return May 18th on the CW.
Watch it while you can. It's glorious. It's Daredevil level
Yes.
television.
Did you say Daredevil level?
Yes, I did.
That is high
I might-
praise coming from you.
I might be reaching a little bit, but listen, I'm mostly saying this because this is by far the best, most accurate Superman that I've seen in a long time, and I missed him. I miss seeing Superman.
I know, I feel you.
It's just
It
nice
makes me so
to see,
happy.
you know.
Yeah, Sophie, right before you joined call, we had a whole rant about how not every Superman has to be the Injustice Superman.
True. Oh, so I finished the Injustice Gods Among Us main comics, and I'm currently reading another Injustice comics. What is it? Injustice Ground Zero.
Ooh, that's the game
that's not really-
tie-in.
So it's set from Harley Quinn's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that one's good.
I agree with
Yeah.
Injustice Superman is a good story, but directors and writers at DC have taken the wrong approach to how to do Superman live action because of Injustice. It's not Ed Boon and everyone's fault. They made a great story with a great character.
I said this
Zack
earlier.
Snyder took the
Also, something else about DC Comics and Superman, not movies, but comics. Have y'all already talked about this, Tom Taylor?
Oh, is this the Son of Kal-El thing?
Oh
So,
yeah, that
Tom
looks
Taylor,
so cool.
the guy who first wrote the Injustice Gods Among Us and wrote Deceased, and is currently working on Nightwing, is writing new
writer.
Superman, but it's not Clark as Superman. It is his son as Superman.
Yeah,
It's the Son of
I have
Kal-El.
many thoughts about this.
But
So first
before everyone goes crazy, Clark Kent is still around. He's going to be starring in Action Comics now, and he's going to be mainly working in space.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so the thing that annoys me about John being Superman is it's too early. I think it's too early. Clark can still be Superman on Earth. I don't know. That's my main thought about this. Also, I still hate how he's aged up and I don't know. I want him to see Superboy still, but the good thing is Tom Taylor promised there's still going to be that friendship with Damian. So we still get Super Sons moments.
Because technically, the age gap is still the same.
It's just reversed.
It's just now John's the oldest. Yeah.
But I don't like that because it changed the whole dynamic. Because there was this whole thing when they first met where Damien would always be like, I'm older, and John was like, well, I'm taller, and now John is older and taller, and just,
Wait,
I
that
don't
could be a
know.
funny way to flip it. Like you could
Yeah,
like
but now I
acknowledge.
see a more pissy Damien, and it just the thought of that makes me laugh, and I love
You
it.
could also acknowledge that they're now at the same maturity.
Yeah, but it's just, I
Damien is
don't
like,
know, it still feels off to me.
it,
Because I
it,
saw the picture, one of the panels that was released early from Action Comics 10,030. Not 10,000, 1,000. 1030, where it's like Damien and John sitting on a rooftop eating, like being friends together like they did before. And it's just, it feels so weird seeing John like taller and older than Damien.
wait, I saw that panel too. I have a question. What are they eating?
I can't remember. I'm not looking at it right now.
Big Belly Burger, probably. I didn't see
No.
the
Yeah,
panel,
probably
but
Big
I'm
Belly
willing to
Burger.
bet.
No, it's just white mush. Like they're just eating like white mushy substance with their hands, and I'm confused. Like I don't know what they're eating. Like viewers at home, look up the
It could
panel.
be white cheese on a sandwich, okay?
Well, here, hang on. I want to see this. What's the issue?
Comics
1030.
10,000. Mm-hmm.
No, it's
All right, let
1,000.
me.
I misspoke earlier.
I think there could be some interesting stories you could glean from this because he is still 17. He's still a kid. So
Yeah, it's just, I like their dynamic when Damien was one who's older, because he got to teach Jonathan stuff, and he got to um like teach him stuff, and then John got to like teach Damien social skills and how to be a friend.
you could also
Like,
do a thing where like John is like stunted and Damien has to like mature him now that he's 17. I'm maybe focusing on Damien too much. I don't even know how much Damien's going to be in this book.
yeah, I
'Cause
think
he's got his own now.
I think this book is like helping to set up John's own Superman run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, we don't know much about it yet. I just love that Tom Taylor is writing it because he knows how to write John. If you read the deceased books, he does know.
Mm-hmm.
So
He made
he
Damien
knows what
Batman, and it was dope.
he also listens to fans, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him on Twitter.
He's a legend. All right, I
Yeah.
can't find the cover, but I'll take your word for it.
If we can find it, we'll send it to you.
All right.
It might be on the like DC Comics Instagram page.
Yeah, check that.
My phone's on the other side of my room. I don't want to go get it.
Felt that. All right. Trey, what's next on the news list?
I'm going to take a quick second for personal, Trey, because I don't think any of you care about talking about Fast and Furious 9, but I do.
No, thank you. But you can talk about it by yourself.
All right. I mean, listen. We all know the history of Fast and Furious by now. These are buck wild, insane movies. This movie looks buck wild and insane, like up to the max. This movie looks so freaking ridiculous that I'm just so excited. This looks like the most Fast and Furious movie we've ever seen. And Francis Gatto's gonna be in it. It just looks so much fun. I don't need the Fast and Furious movies to be good. I need to be entertaining. We all know this. They're going to space in this one. I'm so excited.
Okay, is that it for Fast and Furious?
Yeah, there's not much to say because the trailer doesn't really show you much except, the most insane car stuff I've ever seen. I love it. They're going to use magnets now. Han's coming back. I don't know how they're going to bring back Han.
Do we know when 9 is coming out? Like the actual release date?
I think it's May.
Really?
I don't know.
That's
it's
soon.
not May. I think it's like it's June or July. It's something like that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I have something else to talk about. I don't know if it's on your list, but Black Lightning.
I haven't kept up with the CW lately, so no.
Okay. So they did a backdoor pilot for the character Painkiller because they're thinking about giving him his own series.
His own show.
Yeah. So they did a backdoor pilot basically to see if people actually like it. I personally did. We got to see Anissa Pierce, aka Thunder, in the episode, and there's some theory that Anissa is gonna move over to Painkiller if that becomes a show because Black Lightning is ending.
It's like ending?
Yeah,
it's on last season.
Why was it so short-lived?
I don't
It was 4
know.
seasons. Longer
Like,
than
I feel like it
Daredevil.
didn't get as much hype as the other superheroes, CW
Yeah, they
shows.
didn't really talk about it because it took them so long to put Letting in a crisis into crossover events that like people didn't care enough to watch the show, which sucks because it was a genuinely good show. So
I feel like also people don't like it because it actually tackled like real issues like racism, and people don't normally like that when it's in
I
Well,
don't
they
think
took
that's the
fantasy.
reason. I don't think that's the reason because Falcon Winter Soldier has dipped into that and people have given a lot of credit for it.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of people say like they don't watch Black Lightning because of that reason.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't like that reason.
Yeah,
I know, I hate it
That's
too,
a
and like
dumb reason.
they also like I've also seen people say that about Falcon Winter Soldier.
yeah, that's weird.
That is also
I don't
you're
like that.
missing out on some solid television, guys.
Yeah,
Because they want to
If you're too
separate like
scared to.
real life from fantasy according to their opinion, but I don't like their
See,
opinion.
the thing
I
is
mean,
though,
that's fine, but like you're missing out on some quality television.
I
Yeah.
understand that mindset, but at the same time, how do I put this? I think that your media should challenge you. Like, you definitely, if you're using your media to completely escape reality and act like the outside world isn't real, then you're not consuming media in the right way, and you're doing it in a pretty destructive way. You have to still, if your media brings up something happening in the real world, you shouldn't immediately be like, no, and turn it off. Like, you gotta, frankly, it's cope harder. Like, deal with
Embrace it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think representation is definitely important, like, and especially it's good to show that this stuff happens, even to superheroes. So, I don't know, like, because it actually makes people more aware of stuff happening. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I know Supergirl is also on its final season, so that's sort of sad.
Yeah, but we still kind of Lois.
Yeah, we should mention Lois. I saw something
That's the important thing.
how Melissa Benoist does want to eventually star on Superman and Lois, which I want. I'm sad it won't be able to happen this season, but I feel like she's gonna come back after.
Listen,
Supergirl
why
ends.
wasn't Kara at Martha Kent's funeral? That's still weird to me.
Yeah, she definitely should have been there.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like she should have also been at least mentioned. You know, in Superman and Lois at least once.
Yeah,
like Clark mentions
Jonathan
his
Jordan
super cousin.
like, hey, is second cousin Kara also Kryptonian? Like, come on.
Okay, I feel like they don't even know Kara.
I feel like
I'd imagine they would.
Okay, remember when Crisis happens, like before, it was just Jonathan, baby Jonathan. There was no Jordan, but now, like, so Kara, she doesn't have the post-Crisis like full memories, so I don't think she even realizes Jonathan and Jordan are teenagers and that Jordan exists.
That's a little weird, but okay.
Do y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, she's been dealing with so much stuff, like she hasn't really like checked up on Clark and his family.
All right, Trey, next on the list.
This is the last thing before we go into the 3 big topics, but Netflix said something a couple like last week, and it got me excited.
Is this the remake thing?
No, this is not the remake thing. This is the certain TV show that we both think is one of the greatest TV shows of all time, having a new season.
Cobra Kai. We didn't mention
Quarter
this
4,
podcast,
2021. They're reading Cobra Kai season 4.
We didn't mention this on the podcast, but the cast members of Cobra Kai were like took a picture eating at a restaurant that's literally right next to our high school.
Right by my high school, God.
Like literally, like if you leave our high school and go right, you are at that restaurant.
Wait, which restaurant are you talking about?
Did we say it? Okay, yeah, Your Pie. I guess we're saying it.
Right, Your Pie?
Yeah, they were at Your Pie.
Are you sure it's the Your Pie in our city?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure because they were also filming like in a neighborhood by there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, okay.
But anyway, yeah, we're getting Cobra Kai by the end of this year, which, in the words of Johnny Lawrence, is badass.
That's bad. I don't know how we got season 3 January 1st, 2021. Hell of a start here, and we're closing out with another season.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
The best way to start and begin a year, start and end a year. Cobra Kai.
Listen, this show knows what it's doing. We got the writers pumping out scripts so the kids don't get too old and grow out of their roles. Cough, cough, Stranger Things.
Cough, cough, Sholo Marijuana. He has a full beard.
Oh my god, Stranger Things, we still don't know when the next season is supposed to be released.
It's
Finn
next year.
Wolfhard said next year.
Next year? Of course they did. It's been like 2 years at least since the last season.
Yeah.
All right. Trey, do you want to talk about that Mads Mikkelsen, Leonardo DiCaprio thing?
Oh, it's so stupid. Come on.
I don't know the full story.
So what I understand, Leo's gonna produce and probably star in an American remake for Another Round.
Is Another Round a foreign movie?
Yes, it's a Danish movie.
Is it in like Danish?
Yeah.
Oh, so do they not know what subtitles are?
Yeah, listen, I watched the movie, I enjoyed it. I can read, guys. I think a lot of people can, read. Listen, I understand the movie just won an Oscar, but the movie's really good, and you don't need to do this. This is really dumb.
Movies should not be remade within 5 years of it coming out. No matter what.
Cough, girl with a dragon tattoo. Cough, cough.
That's different because it already been remade a couple times before.
No, it didn't. There's two. There's two.
Oh, there's
one
just
was 2009. One was 2009. One was in 2011.
Oh, it's not based off a book or anything?
That was based off a book.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah, but I don't like it because Fincher just wanted to make a movie. I didn't even like Fincher's girl dragon tattoo anyway. So
yeah, I've heard you rant up. Yeah,
but
I think.
Listen, this movie being remade so dumb. Especially about Nicholson could still star in the movie because we have seen him speak very good English. So, I understand DiCaprio's big actor and all, but listen, this is dumb. Why is this happening?
Yeah, good point. All right, are we ready to talk about the 3 big things?
Sure. You guys go for it. Pick your take. You want to talk about the Oscars? You want to talk about that one big movie that came out, or that one show that wrapped?
Okay, I haven't seen the Oscars, so can y'all do that last, and I'll just leave before.
Okay. So
Sure.
let's go Falcon Winter Soldier, Mortal Kombat Oscars.
All
right. How do we feel about the finale?
Hot take.
Okay.
I liked it. I don't know why this is a hot
really
take, but I liked it.
I loved it. I think it's the second best episode of the whole series.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I really did enjoy it because, listen, Mac even said this before the show started. This is a 6-hour movie, and by golly, does it feel like a 6-hour movie? But it's so good.
It was an amazing show. It was. I loved the finale. It was great.
Okay, can we talk
Captain
about
America's
the suit?
looks amazing. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Captain America's suit. Captain America's suit.
It
looks
is just
amazing.
It's ripped directly out of the comics.
There is
Yes,
little to
including the
no
wings.
change. It's beautiful.
It's amazing. So let's just go character by character and talk about how they were in the finale. Now, first up, let's talk about my favorite character in the show, U.S. Agent John Walker. How do we feel about how he was treated in the finale? Because I've seen some disappointment over this.
Well, from the disappointment I've seen is that they were kind of pissed that he didn't just go full villain. But listen, guys, I understand this whole thing was the government, put him down an evil path, and that is interesting. But at the same time, he's also a soldier. We have to remember he has done good things. He's not going to throw that all away and just throw away what he's done because the government destroyed his life. He's still going to be a good person humanly.
People just want him to be the U.S. agent from the comics. But the point of him in this show is he's an emotionally immature man who just wants to do good. So he was like, Carly's there, but that people are going to die. And that's why he's U.S. agent now. Because he's going to be manipulated by Madam Hydra. So she's like, okay, you can join this team called the Thunderbolts. It's like the Avengers, but better. But he's like,
We don't need
Okay,
a Captain America. We need a U.S. agent. That line made me laugh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure we're gonna do good on this new team. He just wants to do good, but he's really bad at it. He's just immature and frankly dumb.
Yeah.
That's why he's my favorite
Guys,
character.
the serum amplifies everything that's inside you, and this man wasn't smart to begin with.
Mm-hmm. I just love the way he was characterized throughout this series, and I was mad he didn't go full villain at first, but when I thought about it some more, it really did complement his arc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel like whatever project he's gonna be in next is probably when he starts to go more full villain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they wanted to make him a villain just yet. They might be saving it for something.
I think they're trying to make him into more of an anti-hero.
Yeah. I have a feeling he's probably most likely gonna appear in the new project with Sam Wilson. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's going to be a Captain America 4 that was announced the day the finale dropped.
There sure is. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Which,
also one thing
yeah.
I did like is in the finale they showed John Walker's new suit, which is way more comic accurate than the first one he had.
Yeah,
U.S. agent
US agent suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It looks really good. Although I am mad because we didn't get the there's in the Ultimate Comics universe, Captain America has his famous line. It's do you think this A on my head stands for France? And I was really hoping John Walker would get that line.
Yeah.
But he didn't, and then he painted the A off his helmet.
Just
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but whatever.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of the U.S. agency, I want to touch on something because Twitter's talk about it when Twitter specifically talked about how in his Captain America suit there wasn't white to talk about, leave out purity, but there's also now white in his new costume, which shows that, when he saved the people, he gained some purity.
Here's the thing. I don't think the purity thing was intentional. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know the different colors on the American flag represented things until this was pointed out to me. So it wouldn't surprise me if the writers didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably did, but they also they could have done it on purpose, but we don't really know enough.
Yeah, because at the same time, what if blue represented that? Would they have taken blue out of the costume?
I don't know. I have to look it up. And again, phone's too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think it definitely it probably is intentional. I just think it getting added back in doesn't necessarily mean he's a good guy now. How do we feel about Bucky's the ending for Bucky?
Okay, listen. There's only one glaring issue I have with how Bucky's wrapped up, and that's the title at the end of this episode.
Captain American, yeah. It should have been Captain America and Bucky Barnes.
Or than the White Wolf. Either or.
I don't think White Wolf really works anymore because the Wakandas were like, yo, fuck you, man. And he was like, okay, cool. Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
He gave them Zemo.
Yeah, and then he also asked him for a favor to make Sam's new suit. So
yeah, but AO specifically said it's best that you make yourself scarce in Wakanda for the time being. I'm pretty sure that was her saying. No.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he still can't use the name White Wolf, can I?
I guess. Well, the point is moot now because he's still using the name Winter Soldier apparently.
Yeah, which it's not that he's using it. It's that the only way you can market Bucky Barnes is by giving him the name Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna understand Bucky Barnes or White Wolf or whatever. But this whole arc in the show was him leaving the Winter Soldier behind him. But this is now gonna be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Do you think the Sam Wilson movie is going to be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or do you think it's just going to be called Captain America?
No, because we already have a movie called Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh, so... you're right.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that. Yep. speaking of Captain America 4, what do we think it's going to be titled?
Super Society.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Because that was Captain America 3 before Civil War got into the mix, so I think
No.
Feige might have saved those plans for now.
No, Serpent Society was never actually going to be the movie. They revealed Serpent Society as a joke, and then at the end of like the announcement thing, they went back and changed the title to Civil War. Like, haha, gotcha. And
Yeah,
I'm
but
just,
you know, maybe we don't know.
I'm just imagining like some really big Serpent Society fan crying on the couch after that.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, Civil War. I can't wait for Serpent Society.
It's like God, a Serpent Society movie? Yeah, I can't believe it. And then like 30 minutes later, God, this stupid Marvel. Serpent Society's cool, god damn it.
Stupid Captain America versus Iron Man. Yeah.
I think Zemo is definitely going to be the villain of the fourth.
Yeah, because, like, listen, Zemo was so cool in this show that he's coming
Stole the
back.
show.
Okay, but what
Yeah.
about Madame Hydra, who they introduced?
I think they're saving her for a solo Thunderbolts thing.
Or she's a
Okay.
Skrull.
I don't think she's a Skrull. Because
But you know who I think is a Skrull? The Power Broker.
yes, okay, we were talking about this earlier, but we didn't say her name. Yeah, Sharon Carter's probably a Skrull.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I love Sharon Carter in this show because she's actually a cool character. Like, before this show, she was bland, boring vanilla toast. And now she's like a character. Like
now she's evil.
She actually has things to do and like has a personality.
And she is more than likely a Skrull.
Yeah, which is why it's gonna be really annoying when like, oh, she was a Skrull, and then regular Sharon comes back like, hi, howdy ho. Oh my god, Steve. Oh my god, you're old.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't an awful character before. Yes, she was.
It's just she didn't have anything to do. It's like, you would know. She was terrible.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I love Civil War and Winter Soldier, but like, she just didn't have any personality.
I mean, she did have that one cool scene in Winter Soldier.
Did she?
When she pointing the gun at Crossbones and was listening to Captain America and be like, Captain's orders.
Oh my god, she pointed a gun. Oh my
Listen,
god.
I understand it's not that heavy, but you know what? Compared to what else she's done in these movies, cough, kissing her kind of uncle.
The only interesting thing she did is she gave Captain America's speech from the Civil War comic in the movie.
That is true.
That's the best thing she's done. Frankly, I don't like harping on characters because I know people do like her character. It's just, I really don't like her character. Like, until Falcon Winter Soldier, when I really liked her character. Because
here's my one thing about her being the power broker. Everyone knew she was the power broker.
What?
Like, come on. Like, listen, there were 3 suspects for who the power broker was in my mind. Justin Hammer, Sharon Carter, and Mephisto. And Sharon Carter was pretty high up there.
Yeah, it was fair. I thought it was Kingpin.
I knew from the beginning there was no way it was going to be Kingpin. It would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah, I'm just glad she actually has a really interesting character. She was a really cool part of the series because it showed, like, not only is she evil, she has a really valid reason for turning. Like, oh, yeah. The government cast her aside and didn't give her the pardon everyone else got. That's actually a really cool, like, it's actually like a really cool reason for turning evil. But no, she's probably a Skrull.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. Sure, have your damn Skrull. I don't care. How did we feel about the reveal of Zemo's butler killing those flag smashers?
Well, I think it's kind of weird that I saw people on Twitter be like, "Who the hell is this?" I'm like, guys, you do remember like a few episodes ago? This is Zemo's butler.
No, it took me. I didn't realize who it was when I first watched it.
I don't know who it was either.
Like, I mean, at first I didn't know who it was, but then I did quick, like, cross check of who it could be, and like, oh yeah, Zemo's butler.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of flag smashers, how did we feel about them overall?
Okay, listen, I've heard some pretty people like punching down the flag masters, and I understand the reasoning of we understand their side, but we have not seen reason to understand why they would choose this side. We have not seen why the 5 years was good to them. We don't know why. They said it, sure, but like we need more examples. But I do enjoy Carly and the Flag Smashers because of what they represent of because it also helps show Sam why he deserved to be Captain America and helped made him become Captain America.
I don't love them. I think thing is what saves it is Erin Kellerman's performance.
That is true.
She is just an amazing actress, and that performance was amazing. But there's just one thing that I'm slowly realizing Marvel's doing with their villains is I saw a tweet about this. It's just, all right, villain has a very logical point and has a really reasonable point, and then 5 seconds later, execute the civilians. Like, it's a pretty lazy way of making you like the villain. Like, oh, I empathize with them, but I don't like them because they kill people. Like, they have a good point and would be a hero if they didn't kill people, which is the big thing for the Flag Smashers. They have extremely reasonable points, but they kill people.
Yeah. Which, listen, this is why I'm more fine with this being Marvel because their heroes are good guys. But this happening in DC, I'd be losing my mind. Well, not DC Comics, DC movies.
Yeah, very much. Do we think Joaquin Torres is going to show up as the Falcon in Captain America?
1000%.
And I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really cool. All right. Do we have any other words on the finale?
Yes, we do. All silence for the saddest death in MCU history. George Batroc has passed. Moment of silence.
He's definitely dead this time. Wait, you just call him George Batroc?
Yeah, that's his name.
It's George St. Pierre or Batroc.
No, his character's name is George Batroc. GSP is the actor / former UFC fighter's name, but the character's name is George Batroc.
Oh, I did not know that.
That is true. I watched Captain America: Winter Soldier the other day.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of Winter Soldier, this also comes up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. My least favorite trope in movies is main character who is American fighting someone from another nation who speaks another language, and then the main character from America miraculously is able to speak their language. Because in Captain America: Winter Soldier, Steve randomly speaks French out of nowhere when he's talking to Batroc, and in Falcon and Winter Soldier, Sam randomly speaks Arabic to this random kid.
He also speaks French too. Remember in the first episode, he spoke French.
He also spoke French. Where does he find this time to learn 2 languages?
I mean, they're military people. I'm assuming they know a couple bit of language.
Yeah, I get, and I don't like the trope.
Yeah.
I think it's just a lazy trope of like making your character smart. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. There's one more thing about the finale that I wanted to say, but God.
Oh yeah, I actually have a thing I want to say. Do we think the series would have improved if U.S. Agent killed Carly instead of that random other guy?
No, the person who killed Carly was Sharon Carter.
No, I'm talking about do we think the show would have been better if instead of U.S. Agent killing that random Flag Smasher dude, he killed Carly there instead?
I do not think it would have improved. No.
Why not?
Because I think the idea that he killed the person who said he was a fan of Captain America, and 2, so he can fight Carly later and she say Lamar's life didn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to bring this back up when I was talking about U.S. Agent. A lot of people are saying U.S. Agent is redeemed. He is a good person now. Let's just go through what happens in the finale. He waltzes in with a fake shield, gets his ass handed to him by multiple people, and then he gets back up, and then he gets it handed to him again, and then he saves some people. Good on him. And then after that, he just randomly appears and says a quote by Abraham Lincoln and acts like, I am the most righteous man in the universe for not murdering these people in cold blood. I decided to spare your lives. Remember what I said about him being emotionally immature? This is what I meant.
Mhm.
He thinks that just not killing these people makes him a saint.
Which
He's
I
not
believe
redeemed.
that from this character. I 100% believe that from this character would believe that.
He's not redeemed. He's still the same emotionally immature person. He's still the guy who yelled at politicians. He's still the guy that beheaded someone with a shield. He just did a good thing. He's not going to be a full hero now.
Yeah. Oh, here's the one thing I want to talk about that's pretty big, and I can't believe I forgot to talk about. But Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah. God,
Yeah,
that performance.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
It just so good, so good. That that ending part where Isaiah hugged Sam, that got a tear out of me. Like this whole like the finale didn't get me until there. WandaVision didn't even make me cry, but that got me. I went, oh no, wait, WandaVision did make me cry. Never mind.
What did you cry from WandaVision?
The thanks for choosing me to be your mom part.
I thought you were gonna say the fact that they made Quicksilver a boner joke.
No, that made me angrily shout and break things.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Also, other thing too about Bucky I really liked was at the end where he doesn't have a glove on, where he's just playing with his arm with the kids. I don't know, that was cute.
How in the beginning of the series he said the shield was his family, and now he has family with Sam's family.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Also, do we all find it weird that Bucky's flirting with Sam's sister, whose name is Sarah, just like Steve's mom?
See,
yes.
You're the only person who's made that connection.
Now, someone told it to me,
that, but
now I just can't stop thinking about it.
Fair point. I just think, if anyone was doubting that Sam Wilson would have become Captain America in this show, he gets called Uncle Sam in the first episode. Like, they weren't being subtle about it.
Like, listen, this was very much like, listen, here's the beautiful thing about Sam having his own show, leading up to Captain America. At the end of Endgame, he was chosen by Steve to take down the world Captain America. That's beautiful. In First Avenger, Erskine chooses Steve for the Super Soldier Serum. But they both earned the right to be called Captain America when Steve saves the people from the Hydra base and when Sam stops the Flag Smashers. They earned their place. They were chosen, but they earned it.
Yeah, you're right. 100%, yeah. I have nothing to add. I agree.
I agree, too.
Mm-hmm. Do we think you know how in the opening MCU credits there's that shot of Captain America, Steve Rogers throwing the shield?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's going to get placed with the shot in this of Falcon throwing? Captain America.
I do not. I think they're gonna add a couple more things to the intro, but because like now the intro is a little like black and white now. So like we're doing a whole like past thing with it now. Because originally when I just did in WandaVision, that was the episodes with like sitcoms in black and white. But now I feel like they're signifying the past times, and now we're showing like slides of the new Avengers.
Yeah, gotcha. I gotcha. All right. Do we want to talk about Mortal Kombat now?
I have not seen
Kyle,
Mortal
I don't
Kombat.
want to talk about Mortal Kombat. I don't have strong opinions about Mortal Kombat.
This is your warning. We are going to be spoiling this movie from here on out. If you do not want to,
should I leave because I haven't seen it?
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay.
Bye, Sophie. Thanks for popping on.
Bye.
Again, spoilers advised because we can't talk about this movie because like the only reason I have issues with this movie is because of spoilers.
Yes.
And my main issue is because if you're not a Mortal Kombat fan, you're not gonna like this movie.
Yes. All right. When I say the word 1, I'm immediately going to spoil this movie. You've been warned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goro dies.
Cole Young is stupid.
All right.
Oh, that too. But yeah, Cole Young is stupid.
Yeah, we could have done that non-spoilers though. Too late now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's just start there. let's start overall. Actually, what do we think of this movie overall?
I think it was fun violence and great setup, but still setup.
Mm-hmm. I think this movie was bad, but I still enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah.
I think I think the sequel will be a good movie, like legitimately. I feel like this movie kind of Iron Man 2 did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's just go down the line. First up, characters. Cole Young sucks.
Like, listen, I love the actor for Cole Young too, so this is very disappointing. But Cole Young has Cole Young has nothing to do with me but get his ass kicked.
Cole
And
Young
kill Goro. Which it's so funny too because Cole Young gets his Arcada by getting his ass kicked, and his Arcada is getting his ass kicked, bursts out, stuff, which is hilarious.
Literally, we joked this entire movie about how much this man got thrown on his ass. Like, he got his shit
in the opening fight scene, he is in an MMA match where this dude takes him down and gets him into a twister choke.
Does he actually? He wins one fight in this movie.
He won one fight. Well, I mean, okay. you can count the Molina and the whatever. Or if you can count his tag team with Scorpion against Sub-Zero.
I was referring to Goro.
Oh, with one-on-one fight, he wins one fight, and it's against the fighter that he really shouldn't have won.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest issues with this movie is how they treated my man's Goro. In the first Mortal Kombat, Goro is like the big boss. He is the previous winner of the Mortal Kombat tournament.
He is the boss for the first game.
He's supposed to be like a huge threat, and Cole Young just kills him.
Granted, the fatality was dope, but like,
why?
Goro's supposed to be the guy you fight before Shang Tsung in the tournament.
Well, yeah. Why couldn't it have been Shiva?
Yeah, if you want to do forearm stuff, it could have been.
Goro is so important for the next movie. I don't see why they picked him.
Yeah, and listen, if they're gonna do a Revenant thing where they bring him back to be the challenge, it doesn't matter anymore because Cole Young beat him.
Yeah, exactly. So either they're gonna do something different, or bring Goro back. In either way, we're missing out on a cool Goro fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think Sonya and Jax were characterized pretty perfectly.
No, yeah, they were cool. I like.
They're not that hard. They're not that hard.
Jimmy Olsen Jax, I liked him. He was cool. Sonya, she did a great Sonya Blade.
Yeah, agreed.
Also, Kano was a real. That was Kano.
Kano's
can't wait till he gets to. Especially since now with the whole Arcana thing, where his Arcana is the laser eye, and then Sonya, and like what's really cool about this movie is that it's the origin of Sonya Blade and Kano's rivalry, because now Sonya has taken Kano's power, and now he's gonna put a metal eye in, and then he's gonna shoot, laser balls. Because Kano's not dead, guys. Don't even pretend.
Yeah,
if he is, you're stupid.
Speaking of the Arcana, I think that's really dumb.
Yeah.
like
so Jax is where he gets more ripped. Sonya, she gets to shoot laser balls. Like most of their Arcanas are technology based, besides Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
Yeah.
And she was Cole Young.
Kung Lao's is just he can teleport through his hat, which, by the way, kind of say, what is this movie's problem? Why would they kill Kung Lao in the prequel?
To give Liu Kang motivation for the next one.
Oh, give him more. Okay, first of all, Kung Lao was in this movie for like 5 seconds. He showed up late and left early. Like, that really disappoints me.
Also with that too, it also, like I said with Sonya and Kano, it sets up the Liu Kang Shang Tsung rivalry.
Yeah, but at the same time, I miss Kung Lao.
Yeah. He was one of the characters with personality. He was kind of funny and quippy, and I enjoyed his presence.
Yeah, no, he was really great in this movie.
And he also probably had the best fatality in the movie. So.
Oh, he definitely did. With the Naitara fatality.
Mm-hmm, who Shang Tsung was definitely side.
Yeah, Shang Tsung was a bit too happy Naitara was there.
Yeah.
He was very much like, all right, Cabal, Kano, hey guys, Natara, hey, what's going on? Oh my god, I didn't know you'd be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Like they're kind of saying, like, guys, we don't need, like, listen. Here's the thing: we don't need Liu Kang to be born of powers. We could say, oh, he was hanging out with Raiden the Thunder God. He could have taught him some things. This
yeah,
could just be powers from birth. Like this is necessary.
Kung Lao's power is he can throw a hat. Captain America can throw a shield. People don't question Captain America.
No. So
Mhm.
like, God.
Just I just think the Arcana was unnecessary and dumb addition.
Mm-hmm. But not as unnecessary dumb as the dragon tattoo.
Which serves no purpose.
Like, listen, we have clowned on Chosen One arc so much, and this is
Mhm.
like the ultimate clown on Chosen arcs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't find it interesting where a character is chosen, or chosen to fight. I find it more interesting when the character chooses to fight.
Also, the thing is, Cole Young thinking all his life that it was just a regular birthmark. Are you truly the dumbest son of a bitch on the world?
it's a full on dragon.
It's a circular it's a pattern. Birthmarks don't do that. Birthmarks are literally just splotches.
But also, other thing, how does Cole Young have a daughter? He looks like mid-20s.
Yeah, Cole
And he has
Young.
a wife and a 16-year-old daughter.
I legitimately thought that Cole Young's daughter was his friend.
Or his sister.
Yeah. No, during this movie, it's like, okay, they're married, and like I guess that's their friend. Oh, he just licked her ice cream cone. That's weird. Oh, that's his daughter. Why do they look the same age?
Yeah, that's weird. Also,
Yeah.
speaking of Cole Young in Hereditary, dude, I called this months ago. I
You
told
did.
you Scorpion and Cole Young were related. Did I get it wrong that they were, son father? Yes, sure,
Well,
but I
saying,
was pretty much absolutely correct about Hereditary.
how could you have predicted that they would have had the Lin Kuei Shirai thing take place in the 1600s for no reason?
Yeah, because the games don't explain that. So, I just thought Shitoshi would have survived and it's been Cole Young. But
But
nope, apparently Cole Young's, great grandmother was, Scorpion's daughter that Raiden
and
saved.
and I guess it just makes Bi-Han immortal.
Yeah, yeah, how is Bi-Han immortal and how is Kuai Liang supposed to factor in this? Is Kuai Liang also going to be immortal? Is he also going to be 300 years old?
Yeah, you're right. There's so much confusing mumbo jumbo in this movie.
Also, here's another thing too about Kuai Liang. How is he gonna fit into this? Is he gonna be rivals with Cole Young now because he also killed Sub-Zero?
Yeah, isn't Kuai Lang supposed to be like a good guy?
Yeah, but I imagine him because like what I'm gonna understand here is that if he shows up as the new Sub-Zero, they're gonna be like, no, you're Sub-Zero. We saw Sub-Zero kill off twins.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah, but for all we've been harping, Sub-Zero was so badass in this movie.
Dude, he was a horror movie villain. It was.
They literally do a jump scare with him. They do the door jump. They do the Michael Myers door jump scare.
Yeah, and yeah, and that fight with Scorpion Man.
God,
Woo!
sex.
Yes, listen. Us watching that Scorpion Sub-Zero fight in MMA gym had unforeseen attentions to the fights I watched later that night because
I
those
literally
were
asked.
also brutal.
I literally asked Trey during the fight, "Is this what sports fans feel like?" Because like
I'm like
we were
someone who
literally like,
watches MMA.
it was so good, such a good fight.
Mm-hmm. Like the fights were great in this movie. There was a lot of cool fights. Some of them were a little quick, some of them were a little choppy, but I enjoyed all of them, almost all of them.
With the fights, people felt pretty stiff. Like I don't really think people's like bent their arms much. Like people kind of felt like stick figures a bit. You know what I mean?
I understand where you're coming from, but what I understand is like let's look at what made the Scorpion Sub-Zero fight so good. It was fighting, but they were also using their powers. There just need to be more powers in play there to make the fights feel a little bit different.
Mm-hmm, yeah, agreed. Can we just talk about the costume design of this movie?
It's perfect.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with it.
They made some characters exactly the same, or they redesigned them and made them better. Like, this is my favorite Scorpion design.
I don't think it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there because I just this ninja samurai look looks so cool, and Sub-Zero looks like almost a new Cybot Black, which is coming back as new
Yeah.
Cybot. You get some
Which basically means...
telling us when Kuai Liang shows up, his costume to be very light blue.
Can we also just talk about, this is one of the funniest things in the movie. Me and Trey died laughing when they revealed this. Scorpion's kunai is his wife's gardening tool. Admittedly, that's a really creative way to explain it.
Yeah, somehow Scorpion's kunai has more backstory than every single character in this movie.
Yeah, and there's where the issue lies. This movie expects you to already be a Mortal Kombat fan.
Yeah, like, listen, Shang Tsung just shows up. Raiden just shows up. Characters just keep just showing up out of the blue, expecting like, oh my god, look, there's Gadar. Like,
all Raiden does in this movie is basically be a dickhead to Cole Young.
Yeah.
It's like, you're worthless. You should just go home right now. And it wasn't even a thing like, oh, he was preparing him or he was training him. No, he's never like, you're ready now. No, he was just being a dick.
Yeah. No.
Shang Tsung also just appeared to talk some smack and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the
He
issue.
killed Kung Lao and dipped.
This movie is like, you know everything. We don't have to explain things to you. There's at least some people watching this who don't know everything.
Like, listen, when you make a video game movie or, hell, any adaptation, you have to expect the audience doesn't know what they're getting into.
Yeah. This is how you gotta roll with things.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yeah. It's pretty annoying. What else?
Yeah.
Cabal was great.
Cabal was awesome. He better come back as a Revenant or I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, that's the thing. All my favorite characters in this movie got killed off. Like, one of my favorite MK characters is Kung Lao. Dead. I love Cabal. Dead. Melina's pretty dope. Dead. Like, that's nothing. Like, why would you kill all the best characters?
Yeah, listen, Melina's inclusion in this movie confuses the hell out of me. Because the whole thing with Melina is that she's a clone of Kitana from the flesh pits of Shang Tsung mixed with her cotton blood. We have not met Kitana. We saw her fan. We saw her fan.
Which is like, weird as hell.
I assumed was that we're going to see her in the sequel and be like, this is the real Kitana and Melina's the clone. But now we're not going to get into that because Melina dead.
Yeah, which is really weird.
Which also, I have a feeling Shao Kahn's not going to take a little more interest because they killed his favorite daughter.
Yeah, no, Shao Kahn's probably not going to be pleased. Yeah, this movie, I hate to say it, but it was disappointing.
Yeah, I wanted more, but you know what? We're getting Johnny Cage in the next one in the tournament, so you know, I got my high hopes up still.
That ending tease was fan-freaking-tastic.
Which, it was great if you're a Mortal Kombat fan. If you weren't, you have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you weren't, oh well, sucks to suck, I guess.
Yeah. Which apparently, since Raiden's now tasking them to go find out other Earthrealmers to fight, I guess we're getting more Robert. We're getting other Mortal Kombat characters, which means, you know, Keanu Reeves' Kenshi is going to happen.
Which,
right?
Heck, yes, please happen.
He's too perfect to pass up. Come on. You know he'd do it. He's done dumber things. He would do it.
Mm-hmm. And okay, we've talked about this ad nauseum in our personal lives, but I want to record it. Who do we want as Cage?
Zac Efron.
I've said Chris Pratt in the past because he doesn't look like Cage, but he can play the personality fantastic.
But Zac Efron's both.
Yeah, Zac Efron's probably better. Yeah, Zac Efron would be pretty perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I saw... What else would work? Who else? Zachary Levi?
Yeah.
Zachary Levi would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to cast an unknown, because that's what they cast for most of the characters in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I recognize a lot of the cast, but... Mm-hmm. Yeah, which also, speaking of which, here's another thing about Cole Young. This movie would have been 1,000 times better if they replaced Cole Young with Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah, literally,
That's,
like, because Johnny Cage is a character.
yeah, and their arcs are almost the same. They seek him out when he's a struggling, and this one he's a struggling MMA fighter. If they just did a struggling actor and they just sought him out, because then it could have worked. There's nothing that would have changed in your plot if you replaced Cole Young with Johnny Cage.
And the thing is,
the whole Scorpion's descendant thing.
And the thing is, I can already hear people saying, "But Cole Young has to be an MMA fighter, so he already knows how to fight." Cole Young doesn't know how to fight.
Yeah, he lost.
He lost
every fight he was in.
He does not know how to fight. He's bad at fighting.
Which I literally laughed when I saw posters in Sonya's house that says Cole Young lightweight champion. I've had it play for 2 reasons. One, it means Cole weighs 155 to 170, and 2, it means Cole Young won a title.
Which is hilarious to think about. Who did Cole Young just face like a stick that he could step on?
Yeah, also here's another thing too, because what we saw from when Sonya got her dragon tattoos, but you had to defeat or I guess kill whoever had it. But Cole Young got his ass kicked the whole movie. How did he not get his tattoo taken away?
Yeah, no, like literally, you guys asked him like why didn't that MMA fighter in the ring in the opening get it?
Yeah, dude, he was kicking ass. He knows some awesome jiu-jitsu. Get him.
Yeah, like put him in the Mortal Kombat tournament. He'd win.
Yeah.
All right. Any more thoughts on this movie?
No, nothing I can think of.
Do we want to give it an out of 10?
No, because I'm too excited for these sequels because I have high hopes to give it not the score I want to give it.
Yeah, I do think the sequel is better, but this movie was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
The action was cool. I liked some of the characters. Cole Young, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to talk about the Oscars?
We'll talk about the Oscars because, right. I mean...
Here's my thing with the Oscars. They clearly baited us into like thinking Chadwick Boseman would get Best Actor because they
that is
last after the In Memoriam, and then didn't give it to him.
Like, listen, here's my thing. It's not disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman's memory if they didn't give him an Oscar. That's not true. What's weird is that they were obviously setting up that he was going to get an Oscar and just give it to Anthony Hopkins.
Mm-hmm. Which is pretty. It's just pretty not cool to do to make us think he's gonna get it. Oh no, especially because you clearly knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, granted, Hopkins definitely deserves this Oscar. It's not unworthy. He's in Performance and the Father was great.
No one should be blaming Hopkins.
Absolutely not. He made a great performance. I've seen The Father. It's great, and I can confidently say it should have won Best Editing. Ridiculous that it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that wasn't the biggest. Editing was the most ridiculous Oscar.
No, cinematography was.
Yeah, no, cinematography was because the fact Nomadland didn't win cinematography is a crime. Yeah. It's like criminal. If Mohammad was here, he would be.
Mank had all right cinematography, but not like
Mank's cinematography was great, but I have an issue with Mank's cinematography because the sound design in Mank is so good for making it feel like an old 30s movie that the cinematography not feeling like an old 30s movie just feels like the movie's lacking in something for me.
Yeah, that's true. Like they shot it like it's a regular like modern day movie.
Yeah, but Nomadland cinematography was so beautiful. It's what made me love the movie was the cinematography alone and the fact that it didn't. Listen, it definitely it was definitely deserved to be nominated for Best Picture. It got Best Picture. That's great. Chloe always. I said this from the beginning. If she was getting Best Director, she got it. Like, listen, I made my pitch for the Oscars. I got 10 out of 18. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. No, good work, man.
A little more than half. I messed up with the screenplays a little bit because whatever. Trial Chicago 7 should have won more Oscars, but whatever.
I get you like Trial Chicago 7. It's all right.
I really do. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you think other than that any major snubs?
Listen, The Five Bloods should have been nominated for way more Oscars. It's ridiculous that it got ridiculously snubbed the way it did. But besides that, not really. Like, this wasn't a terrible Oscars. It was all right.
The Chadwick Boseman stuff annoys me. It's just why I didn't really like the Oscars this year.
Yeah. It wasn't like here's the thing with this year's Oscars. It was neck and neck for a lot of things. Like actors, we had a lot of great performances this year. Movies, we had a lot of great movies this year. So it was neck and neck. But they obviously set up the Chadwick thing for him to win, which whatever.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I don't really think there was other than that anything too major to talk about.
Yeah. Just Nomadland got rap for cinematography, but it won Best Picture, and Best Director, and Best Actress. So I think everyone's fine with everyone who worked on the movie is fine with that loss, but I'm not. I'm not okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. Like.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Oscars were all right. Oh wait, there is one thing to talk about. The Oscars rapidly declining. Like.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised about that because I've seen tweets about this. Nobody knew the Oscars were last night. Nobody knew.
You had to tell me, and I didn't even watch it live.
Yeah, there was no commercial. I didn't see any ads for the Oscars. I had to look up so many times. Hey, when are the Oscars? Because I saw every Best Picture nominee except for Minari because I couldn't find it.
You just couldn't find it?
I just couldn't find a way to watch it.
Fair. Mm-hmm. God, I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love the Oscars.
It always feels weird for Oscar me because giving out awards and stuff, I don't like it because it's always opinionated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you can have your own opinions and stuff, but every year I have to disagree with the Oscar about something because every year there's a ridiculous snub or someone wins when I don't think they should have won.
Like the Lego Movie not winning Best Animated Picture.
Listen, that's still the big. I don't care whatever happened in 1994. Forrest Gump winning over Shawshank, whatever. Saving Private Ryan not winning, whatever. But Lego Movie not winning not even being nominated for Best Animated Feature is a crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't love the Oscars.
No respect.
Thing.
Lego Movie had no right being as good as it was. We thought it was just gonna be a long commercial, but it was beautiful and heartwarming, and I cried.
I love me some movies. The Oscars ain't my thing,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you think the Oscars are going to last much longer?
Honestly, I think we're at least going to Oscar 100. I think we're at least going to get up to there.
Yeah. I can agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they may do a thing like, all right, the last Oscars.
Yeah. But here's the thing too about the Oscars is that they're so predictable. Like I just said, I got 10 out of the 18. It's because I know the Oscars by now. I know what they're picking before they pick it. Now they surprise me sometimes, but it's very obvious.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised by the Oscars this year. I was surprised by the Chadwick Boseman thing, but that's only because they, on purpose, were trying to pull a fast one,
Yeah, I don't think. I mean,
definitely.
I've seen the conspiracy theories about saying that Anthony Hopkins won because so they don't do a thing like, oh, an actor has to die from to win an Oscar. I don't believe that anyway. I just think they believe Hopkins' performance was better. I respect that, but it was obvious you were setting up for Chadwick to win, and it's weird that it's weird.
Yeah, agreed. Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else on the Oscars?
Nomadland not winning cinematography is ridiculous.
Yeah, bullshit right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready to close it out?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I don't know how long we did this, but thank you all for tuning in and hanging with us. And always remember, carpe diem, seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
Good. Yeah. Thank you for the. All right. How do we end this?
Here, hang on.
I'm not used to doing this without Mohammad.
All right.
We forgot to acknowledge he's taking a hiatus.
Oh yeah, Mohammed's taking hiatus, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see him
Sorry
soon, though.
Sorry for waiting till like the little tail end of the episode, but yeah, that's happening.
He would also, I'm pretty sure if he were here, he'd like to be thankful that Nomadland did win Best Picture and Chloe Zhao win Best Director. But he would also probably like to say that Nomadland not winning cinematography is a crime. Good.
Yes.